Hello, welcome to another video. In today's video, it's Mazatlan. So, you've never been to Mazatlan? You're thinking about vacationing here? You're thinking about moving here? Here's the video to start you off. Okay, Mazatlan. There's a lot of different areas. There's 4 areas, basically, that you want to pay attention to here. Centro, Golden Zone, Marina, and Cerritos. And depending on what you're looking for, your vacation or your move or your stopover on a big RV trip or something like that, it depends on where you want to go. Okay. So if you come in on a cruise ship, you'll land over here in Centro. Centro is where you want to be if you're looking for as much arts and entertainment and culture and history without having to take huge cab rides, doing a lot of walking, possibly riding a bike, jumping on a cab once in a while. That is Centro. It's not like a super late night party zone, but there is a few bars here and there that stay open. But generally, it shuts down kind of early. That is pretty much the same story for the Golden Zone. The Golden Zone does have a couple clubs, but most of it closes down pretty early. Now, the Golden Zone is a place, say, like you're maybe a digital nomad, you have a lot of like little businessy things you need to do, being helped out by little small shipping business, maybe all that. The Golden Zone's probably going to be more for you. Maybe you have a little car, so driving around. The Golden Zone does have parking that is realistic, where Centro is just unrealistic. Unless you specifically get a house that has a parking space accompanying with it, if you're moving here. But otherwise, if you have a vehicle or you want to have a vehicle, like you're going to rent something, the Golden Zone is probably a pretty good place. It's got nice beaches. There's tons of stuff going on. And it's, very centrally located. So the marina, oddly enough, is where like the super late night party clubs are located. They're located here in the marina zone. But that's pretty much it. I mean, there's some restaurants, obviously all your yachts, there's hotels, there's everything here. So if you're just like really into late night clubbing, the marina is probably going to be where you want to hang out. If you're not looking to take like long cab rides in the mornings and trying to figure out how to get there, just stay there. And that's like the party zone pretty much. Late night. There might be a couple late night places here, but the big clubs, they're out here. So, all right. Then you have Cerritos, right? And I just kind of, this area here is the marina, the Golden Zone is kind of like that, Centro is kind of like that, right? Cerritos is kind of like this. So Cerritos is where you would like to go if you are just about going to a resort and spending all your time on the beach. If that's your idea of ideal vacation, Cerritos, one of these resorts out here, is going to be your best bet. If you want just beach time and, beach activities are more down here towards the Golden Zone. So if you want to do like beach activities, so like parachuting and jet skis and that type of thing, then this would be the beach area. But if you want like just chilling on a beach, Cerritos, if you like an all-inclusive type of, resort, that Cerritos. If you have a RV, if you're showing up here with an RV, Cerritos is where the RV park is. If you're moving to Mazatlan and you have a vehicle like myself, I have a truck and a cargo trailer, so I'm out here in Cerritos for the parking. There's tons of parking out here, and the streets are a lot bigger. The closer, everything is really big and easy to drive on. As soon as you start getting around here and here and here, everything just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And I have a huge truck, so I just stay out of all that. I've had to go down there in my big truck a couple times. No fun. So that is probably the biggest benefit of Cerritos, is having plenty of parking if you need that. But honestly, there is not much going on out here. There's a handful of restaurants up and down this thing. I haven't tried a whole lot of them. There's a lot more restaurants right here. So I literally travel from Cerritos to the marina for food quite often. And I go all the way to the Golden Zone for shopping. So, but then there's also some malls, right? So if you're into mall shopping, there's a big mall complex right out here by the marina. There's another one like in here by the Golden Zone. Malls are alive and well in Mazatlan. There's Sears, there's Radio Shack. They don't destroy things here like they do in the United States. I haven't seen a Toys R Us though. But this is basically how Mazatlan works. You're probably going to stick close to the coast. There's all kinds of tours and stuff that you can hook up with if you want to go off into these regions here. But if you're just staying here for vacation or moving here, most likely it's the band right around the waterfront. That's where it's really choice. And there's just more, easy stuff like walking and shopping. And I know nothing about all this out here. I've been out here once. I've been out here, I think, someplace. I don't even honestly know where I was. The cab driver took. If he must have been out here, yeah. And it's just actually kind of huge. From here to here is a little over 10 miles. And that's a lot more. That's how the crow flies. Because when you start to go around the marina, because you can't go from here to here, you got to go around. So then you can come in down here. So it's actually further than 10 miles, but that's from there to there is about 10 miles. So, all right, there's your basic Mazatlan video to get you started. I'm sure there's a lot more if you want to dig in and find exactly what you're looking for, but this should get you started. Like, subscribe, and peace.
Thank you for watching my video.